Hello crafty friends. Ever wondered how to make your cards truly pop with incredible depth? What if I told you that you could achieve a sophisticated mixed media look with just a few pens and some splatters? Get ready to unlock a whole new dimension in your handmade cards and projects by mastering the art of layering these vibrant tools. So for all of the 3 cards that I made in today's video, I started off in the same way. I put a piece of scrap paper inside the card blank and kept it in place with a bit of folded over low-tack tape. And for my first card, I took another piece of that low-tack tape. This is mint tape from scrapbook.com, but you can use any kind of masking paper for this. And I stamped my sentiment on the masking tape. Once I was happy with the shape of my sentiment mask, I put my rule of thirds acetate grid on top of my card blank and then used tweezers to hold my sentiment and placed it about a third of the way up the card in the middle. I used a piece of leftover double-sided release paper to press down that sentiment piece because the ink was still a bit wet on the masking paper, and I knew if I pressed it down with my fingers I'd end up with mucky fingers and spread that all over the front of the card, which I really didn't want at this point. So my idea for this card was to cover the whole of the front with little dashes of acrylic paint pen. And I chose, I think 5, a pink, a yellow, a green, a blue and a purple. And I started with the pink and made, as I say, dashes all over the card, just spreading them out. I made sure to also overlap the masking so that when I peeled the mask off, I would get a nice defined edge. These paint pens are Artix, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, ARRTX. And they've got a brush tip, but you could use any paint pens for this. You could use Posca or I think Archer and Olive. There are lots on the market, but I chose acrylic paint pens because they're pretty opaque, so you get a nice layering look. And the first colours you put down will end up kind of peeking through the gaps of the later colours that you put down. So as I say, I put lots of dashes using my pink pen. I then gave it a bit of a blast with my hairdryer just to dry the paint because I didn't want to smear the paint with the next colour that I laid on. And the next colour was yellow. Once I'd done that, I dried it and added green. And then I dried it again and added blue, and then I dried it again and added purple. And it didn't actually take very long, and it's quite a, I'd say, therapeutic process. It's rather enjoyable just putting down these little dashes and filling in the white gaps. I didn't fill in all the white gaps. I wanted some of the white to peek through to act as little highlights. But when I was finally happy with all the colours that were down and all the gaps that were filled, I gave it one final dry with my hairdryer. I wanted to add a pop of contrast and some shimmer and shine, so I splattered on some black metallic paint. I made sure to do this after I'd dried all the acrylic paint pen so that my black paint didn't diffuse out. I wanted some nice defined splats, and then I gave it another dry again. Finally, it was time to add my sentiment. So I put my card in my stamping platform, and then I put the stamp over the stamped image on the card and lined it up. I did put my head right over so that I could make sure it was lined up. It didn't have to be perfect because there's a bit of wiggle room with the gap. I then removed the masking paper, inked up my stamp with black ink. I think I used Memento black ink for this. And then I stamped my sentiment, and I was really happy with the way this turned out. I love the colourful background. I love that area, that little island of white and that nice black pop of sentiment with the black splatters. And that sense of depth and dimension you get with layering, even though it's a 1-layer card. Right, on to card number 2 now. And for this card, I decided to use a stencil to create my acrylic paint pen layers. I did spray the stencil with some spray and stick or stick and spray repositionable adhesive so that it wouldn't shift around and smear my acrylic pens. I started with the pink again and I drew around the inside of the circles on my stencil. Obviously, you can use any stencil you like for this. Don't have to use circles, but I'm a big circle fan, so it's a bit of a go-to for me. Once I'd drawn, that's not a proper word, is it? Once I'd drawn inside the circles, I removed the stencil and then filled in my circles with the pen. You can do multiple layers if your first layer is a bit streaky, but I didn't bother with the earlier layers on this card because I knew I was going to cover up quite a lot of the stencils with my layering. So next I rotated my stencil, placed it back down. Obviously I dried the pink before I did this. And then I did the same thing with the yellow pen. You don't have to remove the stencil before colouring in the circles. You can colour in the circles and then remove the stencil, which is what I did because it seemed a little bit easier. Again, I used all 5 colours of these paint pens, pink, yellow, green, blue and purple. Drying in between each layer and rotating and shifting the stencil in between each layer. Some of my circles were a bit wonky, some of the paint leaked under the stencil. For the most part, that didn't bother me, but there were 1 or 2 circles that did need a bit of maintenance, so I just touched those up with a paint pen to make the edges less raggedy. Once I was happy with my circles, I gave it a thorough dry with my hairdryer, and then I decided to add some contrast. This adds to the layering and it gives the eye somewhere to look. So again, I used black for my contrast, but I used a black Uniball Eye broad roller ball, and I went around the blue circles with a wobbly line a few times so that the wobbliness looks intentional. And then I brought out my dot marker, my black dot marker, and added lots of dots in between the blue circles. So the blue circles on this one have kind of become the focal circles. All the others are pushed to the background, creating lots of depth and dimension, even though, again, it's a 1-layer card. For shimmer and shine, I spattered on some white metallic paint. It wasn't quite white because I had a bit of yellow paint on my paintbrush, so I made a very pale gold by accident, which looked really pretty. Next, it was time to add my sentiment, so I put that bit of masking paper back on my card and used a white paint pen to draw around the outside. And this was just to give me an idea of where my sentiment was going to go, because I wanted to create a white, raggedy brushstroke look to stamp my sentiment on. Now, my white acrylic paint has gone walkabout. I think my daughter has borrowed it. So I had to use gesso, and that worked out fine. I used a paintbrush to apply the gesso over that area that I'd marked out. And I think I did 3 coats in the end to make it nice and opaque. So I put 1 coat down, dried it, another coat, dried it, another coat, dried it. Once that final coat was nice and dry, I popped my card blank into my stamp platform and put the happy birthday over that white area, and I stamped it in StazOn. And I use StazOn because it is a quick drying permanent ink that will stay on any surface you put it on, really, and I knew it would stay on that acrylic paint. So again, we've got lots of depth and dimension going on, even though it's a 1-layer card. That white area sits on top of everything and pushes everything into the background. And again, very happy with the way this card turned out. And now onto our 3rd and final card. I wanted to make a rosette, the kind you get awarded when you win something or you celebrate something. So I took another piece of masking paper, popped it on another piece of release paper and used my scissors to cut out a wobbly circle. If you don't like wobbly circles, you can use a die to cut out a circle. But I wanted to go for that whimsical feel. I used the release paper just to make it less sticky for my scissors. And once I'd cut my circle out, I popped it on my card blank. And then I grabbed my paint pens again, exactly the same colours as before, and drew some wonky whimsical ribbons. So I put 5 big pink ones, making sure to overlap the masking so that I'd get a nice crisp clean edge to them on the inside there. I gave them a bit of a dry and then did a second coat because they were looking a little bit streaky. Next I added some yellow ribbony bits and made sure to overlap the pink bits. I made these slightly smaller so I've got a bit of variation in height and width going on. Again, I dried them and then added a second coat. Next I did the green, again making these smaller, overlapping, drying, multiple coats, just working my way around in a circle. After that I added blue bits of ribbon and then finally some purple bits of ribbon. And I used the purple to create the dingly dangly bits of ribbon ends that you get on a rosette. After I dried all that with my hairdryer, I used that Uniball Eye broad pen again and drew a wonky circle all the way around the edge of the masking. And then I went around all the other bits of ribbon with multiple lines in a wonky, wobbly, whimsical way. So I hope you can see how with these kind of more opaque mediums like acrylic paint, you can create depth and dimension even on one layer cards. So next I used my tweezers to remove the masking paper and that revealed a beautiful crisp clean area. I did put some more wobbly lines to mirror the wobbly lines around the ribbony bits. I then spattered over some of that pale gold metallic watercolour, remembering to put some masking over that white circle because I didn't want any dots in that. And then I stamped a Let's Celebrate in black in the middle, and I think that really pops. So here are all 3 cards side by side, really happy with them. I love the depth and dimension you get with those paint pens, and I love the vibrant colours and the contrast with the black and of course the shimmer and shine. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope it's given you some ideas. If it has, please let me know in the comments. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I'll see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.